I am Autumn Paige. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and today we are at my release party for my single Letcha featuring Fly on a Boss. And I mean, I'm living my dreams, and I'm just really excited today to be here, to be celebrating. I came from a church, and that's where I started singing, and now I'm here. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Let me give y'all the real tea. My boyfriend pissed me off, okay? I was on the way to the studio and I was mad. And I was like, oh, you don't like this about me? Well, if you don't like that, then why you here then? You know what I mean? But we good. You get what I'm saying? But it sparked this feeling in me that I was just like, if you want to leave, then I'ma let ya. Why you playing with me? We've been together for 2 years, so don't even put too much on it. But you get what I'm saying, though. And it came from real anger. It came from real feelings. And I think it's really good to be able to like take my anger out and put it into a song because it's an escape, and I'm able to go home and have an actual conversation and communicate correctly instead of being on 10. You know what I mean? Because I'm a crash out queen, and we try not to crash out no more. When I sat down with this song, I was like, what do I want it to give? And when I listened to it and I sat with it and I asked myself that, I was like, it needs to give, why are you leaving? And I was inspired by Buttons by the Pussycat Dolls. And I was watching the video and I was like, I wouldn't want to leave that. So it inspired me, and I was able to come up with this concept and include elements from the song, such as sipping Henny on a plane and things of that nature. I used an actual plane hangar. I used the actual airplane. And I mean, I was just able to kind of create a visual and this feeling that I had in the studio. And I think that that's really important. During BET weekend, I was making my rounds, doing my promo runs, and I ended up going to Femme It Forward, and I ended up seeing them there, and they actually stopped me, and they were like, girl, you look good. And I was like, what? Y'all look good. And from there, we were talking about Letcha, me and my team, and they were like, we feel like we need somebody on it. Like, it needs that girl empowerment, just like what I was saying. Like, if you don't like this thing about me, like, why are you here? Like, if you want to leave, then I'm going to let you. And we wanted to really empower other women that go through things where it's like men can make you feel so little, and you don't want to feel that way. So I really wanted to bring somebody on that would make that song feel that way. And so I thought of Fly on a Boss. When I grew up in school, I always dressed like this. I was always flamboyant. I was always different. And people didn't know how to take it. It wasn't the norm of the town that I lived in. The norm was like, you wear Nikes, you wear pink. Like, you know, I'm walking in with probably leather boots up to my knees and a trench coat that's leather as well. And everybody's like, who do you think you are? You know? And so I got bullied a little bit growing up. And so music was my escape to that. And it really helped me get through a lot of that time where I was just like kind of questioning, like, well, should I be wearing those brands too? Should I dull down who I am? And when I listen to songs and I see people expressing themselves, it really made me feel like, okay, I'm not alone in this. Somebody else might be going through this as well. And so I think when I make music, just like I said, I was angry and needed to get something out. It's almost like a therapy for me, and I think that it definitely is. Growing up in the choir really taught me what singing was. I always liked singing. I loved musicals. I mean, I grew up singing Annie and Grease and anything that was a musical that you can think of. And so when I went to church and I started actually singing in a choir, I started actually learning about soprano, alto, tenor, you know, and things of that nature. And it kind of taught me different aspects and things that I never even knew about singing. I didn't know that there were techniques for it. I thought people just did it and they were good, you know? And so I think that having that experience and also seeing how it can change somebody, how you feel the presence of the Holy Spirit there, it's something that I hope that my music brings to people, that they feel this presence there that's almost like a warm hug, that's almost like, it's okay. You're going to get through this. Even if it's a song that's uplifting, even if it's a song that's sad, I want it to feel like a warm hug. I just did a whole shoot for my next run of, I have this, but I also have a lot of other stuff coming as well. And so when I'm thinking of these styles, I'm thinking of what does this song sound like? When I hear the song, what would I want to have on? Or what would I want to see somebody have on? And so I kind of like I said, I sit with the song, I listen to it, and I try to kind of envision like what this would be. And my thing to do too for inspiration is I love movies. So I'll go back and I will watch old Barbie. I'm talking Barbie Mariposa. If you know, you know. I'm talking Bratz dolls. I'm talking Cheetah Girls. And I just take different elements from things that shaped me growing up, and I try to incorporate that in who I am today, because I would want young Autumn to be like, yeah, she ate that. You know what I mean? I kind of want to give advice like at the same time. So my answer is going to be to not give up, because I did get curved at first. And I think one thing to have in this industry is a backbone, because a lot of people are going to curve you. But at the end of the day, if you continue to do what you're supposed to do and you continue to take the steps, like I've said in some interviews, I've reached out to a bunch of producers, I reached out to a bunch of artists, I reached out to photographers, videographers, and not only does it come into play with making music, but also making content and getting yourself out there where people can see you. And that's really what got Emil to reach out to me, was the fact that I continue to make content, continue to make music, continue to put things out and stay consistent. And that's actually why he said he hit me up, because he saw the growth in me and he wanted to grow with that. And I think that when me and Emil started, there was this chemistry there. And we literally had like an hour. Like literally he was like working and he would be like, I got an hour, can you come to the studio? And I'd have to pull up. And I think that having kind of the balls to be like, I'm gonna jump up whenever I can when you have time for me, is really like, hey, I believe in myself and I'm gonna take my time out to do this thing. Our first song that we ever did was Baggage, and we did it in an hour. And I mean, like, how can you fake that type of chemistry? And from there, I mean, why wouldn't you want to keep creating with somebody, keep growing with somebody, and just exploring what there is to be? I mean, there's so much to come. Oh, yeah, you're delusional, for sure. I mean, I'm going to be upfront and honest with y'all. Y'all, I'm driving Uber, okay? I'm dropping off deliveries. If you see me, hey. But the point is that, yes, I'm here. I'm having a release party. It looks amazing. But I still go through stuff every day. I'm still fighting to pay my bills. I'm still fighting to do things that you guys don't see. And so I think that being delusional is the only reason that I have gotten here. And I have been able to pay my bills with music. And I think that that's just a blessing to even say. And so you gotta be delusional. I mean, you literally gotta be a little crazy. I'm absolutely crazy. If you hang out with me for even 5 minutes, you're gonna find out. I'm a little off. I had a special teacher in school, y'all. I had extra time on the test. If that don't tell you something, it should tell you something. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta be a little delusional. I have a lot coming. Yes, the single just came out, Letcha featuring Fly on a Boss. We got the music video that just dropped. Y'all need to check that out. But I got some songs up my sleeve that might be making its way to you very soon. So don't think that we pumping the brakes after this, because it's got some other features too. So this just the first one. This is Autumn Paige, and you are watching Deathless TV. Check in.